Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, Peter Joseph here, for a Friday afternoon video, right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there in the description box, where you can subscribe to all my other channels as well. Show your love and support, leave a comment on the video if you like, but if you leave stupid comments, you are going to get sent to the Shadow Realm, and you'll never be seen again. So please don't do it. Be respectful, and if you can't, then you're a schmuck, and you're gonna be treated as such. So you don't like it, then go cry to your mama, little bitch. And that's all I gotta say about that. Follow me on social media: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you do, you're pretty much like me. Well, not like me, but, you know, I'm sick, but... but if you don't hit that bell, you don't get notified, then you're pretty much SOL. And you know what that means. But it is what it is. So once again, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. Follow me on social media. Hit the bell and share the video all over the internet. And that's all you gotta do. And if you're brand new here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab something to drink. Or grab a cold one, actually, have one. Grab a cold one, sit back, relax, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, get out of here. Go fuck yourself. Alright, that's pretty much it. And that's it. Alright. Alright everybody, thank you for watching right here on the Kill Demons channel on this Friday afternoon. Chilly here in the Northeast, gonna get a little bit cold this week, well today. Tomorrow's gonna be back up to around 70, not bad, but then next couple days back down into, not gonna get cold, gotta get cold, and then by Halloween is back up to 75 fucking degrees. And then back down again, so, you know, the falls is pretty much like my dick in your mom's ass. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You know? It's the way the weather is. And no wonder most of us are fucking sick. I'm a mess today. I woke up with a humongous migraine. I still have it. I'm trying to take the new medication for my migraines. Not taking Excedrin, but I'm taking Abreva. Well, generic Abreva, basically. It just seemed, I don't think it's working because I still have a humongous headache right now. On top of that, I think I have a cold. Well, I have my flu shot. Thankfully, I don't have the flu, but my nose is running a little bit. I don't have, you know, hopefully I'm not getting COVID symptoms, but, I mean, I can still taste, which is good. I can still smell, so I think it's just a little allergy cold, sinus cold. I don't know what it is. I'm a fucking mess. But I'm still here to at least try to do these videos as best I can. Even if I'm not 100%. I'm going to give it my best shot. And you're going to watch anyway because you got nothing else to do with your life. Because you love me. And I don't even love you that much. But some of you I do. Some of you I don't. So. So it is. It is what it is. And my voice sounds like crap. I just threw up, so my voice is trying to, you know, throwing up ain't the greatest thing in the world. I know it's a little bit, you know, TMI and, you know, whatever, but I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, you watching anyway, so it is what it is. And I'm tired as fuck. So I don't know if I'm gonna take a nap after this. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Because I am just in a lot of pain, and my head's pounding like crazy. I might have to take a painkiller because my bones and everything's aching right now. I'm a mess. It's the weather, I think, but the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's the way it is. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, really quick, let me get this out of the way because I got other things to do. And we got SmackDown tonight, the start of 2 tapings. It will be live tonight. Next week will be taped. In Brooklyn, so we'll get 2 Brooklyn shows next week, because I'll be in that, you know, the land of sand next weekend, Saudi Arabia. So I imagine this Monday night on Raw might be a double taping, or it'll just be live Raw. And then next week, when they come back from Saudi Arabia, we'll be back to live action, as we'll be on the road to Survivor Series. And that's it. Interesting little note I forgot to even mention before, earlier in my other videos. The Elimination Chamber will not be in England in February. Why? Don't know. But it was announced that it was not going to be in England. It is going to be in Toronto, Canada, in February. So we get that. So after NXT, at the end of February, I believe, we get the Elimination Chamber, which is the last stop on the road to WrestleMania. But it's not going to be in England. They're going to get a bigger event. I don't know what that's going to be. Maybe Backlash. Maybe, who knows. But yeah, the Elimination Chamber, try to say that 5 times fast. So, the Elimination Chamber is going to be in Toronto, Canada, not in England. So, if you're thinking about going to England in February, well, you might want to change your plans and go to Toronto. But we'll see what happens with all that. So, that's a little bit of news. Also, AEW's rating came out, 633,000 once again. So, we didn't go anywhere. Once again, losing to NXT, which got 702,000 views. Raw did a 1.5. SmackDown last week did a 1.3. Ouch! Shows you how much, Fox was a big, huge network for them, and they were getting like 2.3, 2.5, almost at 3. They were getting 3s at one point in the early, when they first started on Fox, they were getting around the 2.5. They got a couple of 3s here and there. Well, right now they're on USA, which sucks. And they got their lowest rating in years, 1.3. That's sad. Pretty soon, we'll be talking about SmackDown ratings getting around 800,000 views. And I think AEW is all crap. I mean, it is what it is. All you AEW shills like JD and everybody else are just hating on AEW. But look at how WWE is doing right now in the ratings. Not so good, Al. Not so good. What are you going to do? We move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful Friday afternoon, the final full weekend of October the 25th, 2024, it is time for your late and out-of-date and the return of your TNA TNA Impact Wrestling and Ring of Horror reviews. For last night, October the 24th, 2024. Alright, I apologize for not doing last week's show. I was gonna do it, and then I changed my mind. I was like, you know what, let me just scrap it this week. So, from last week, I said. So I'm gonna do it, I'm doing it now, but, so some of it might be a little bit intertwined with last week's shows, but we get that. Alright, let's start with TNA, because we got Bound for Glory tomorrow night, which I'll do my predictions tomorrow as well. So, I might review it, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so we got the TNA Impact Wrestling, the go-home show before Bound for Glory. Once again, emanating from Skyway Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. Yep! Scared them Cowboys that day. Alright, our commentary team, as always, Tom Phillips and Aiden English, Matthew Waywell. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so we start off the show with match number 1, a scramble match with Frankie Kazarian, the so-called king of TNA, Flop Dollar, AJ Francis with his boy, Casey Navarro. We got Sami Callihan, oh boy, he's going to AEW for some. Sami Callihan, the Laredo Kid, former digital champion, Jake Something, and Jason Hotch with his partner, John Skyler. Now, nothing on the line. No title shots, nothing like that. Just a random scramble match. And we get that. Alright, so it starts with Jake Something hitting a suicide plancha on the outside of basically almost everybody. Sami Callihan then throws the Laredo Kid onto everybody with a power bomb. And then Flop Dollar hits a big boot on Sami. And then Jake Something comes back with an assisted power bomb on Flop Dollar. Flopped around like a fucking seal. Anyway. And then the Laredo Kid hits a missile dropkick and a tilt-a-roll DDT. Interesting. On Jake Something. And then, not to be outdone, Jason Hodge hits one on Jake Something. Sami Callihan goes for Cactus Driver 97. Bang! Why is he using my move? Because your name is Cactus. Oh, that's right. Okay. Calm down, Mick. Calm down. Anyway, Hodge hits an Inzaguri. I think Frankie Kazarian actually gets in the action, hits a slingshot. Gilmore Kassa! Bang! Stop stealing my moves, please. So he gets a near fall out of that. Then he goes for a fade to black, because he loves Metallica so much. But the Laredo Kid hits a super kick. Jake Something takes out Jason Hodge with a Lariato. And then Sami Callihan hits a stunner on Jake Something. So this whole match was crazy as shit. Is the late great Jay Briscoe reach for the sky, boy. Get that. So he hits a stunner on Jake Something. Goes with Cactus Driver 97 again. But then Frankie Kazarian comes in and locks Sami in a crossface chicken wing. Thinks he's Bob Backlund! But Sami gets out of it. This time, the third time's the charm, he hits Cactus Driver 97, goes for the cover, but somehow Casey Navarro pushes him off and gets the pin? Wait a minute, he wasn't even in the match. I'm like, wait a minute, huh? I'm like, wait a minute, huh? What? What are we missing? I don't know how he gets the win, but he gets the win anyway. Match was alright. 3 out of 5 stars. And, that's it. Alright. Since Kazarian got pinned, he will enter first in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. Now, the winner of that wins a little trophy, and basically, it's like Money in the Bank almost. They can call their shot on any, and I mean any, except for women's titles, any male title, basically. We've seen that, I think, one year, I forgot who won. I think Moose won the gauntlet and won the world title out of that. So anybody can win this fucking tournament, get a title shot they're choosing, and possibly win it. So kind of feel, it's almost like the Money in the Bank, or what AEW calls the, what do they call it? The Casino Gauntlet, I think, when the winner wins a title shot. What Christian has, basically. So we got that. So I'm trying to get through this, guys, because my head is spinning and it's pounding like crazy. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so Kazarian, sucks to be you. You have to enter first and go through all those guys and possibly girls in that gauntlet match. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we go to the back. We have the beautiful Gia Miller backstage with Jonathan Gresham, the Octopus. And he says the last 2 years have been, the bad days have outnumbered the good days until you remember who he actually fucking is. The best professional wrestler in the world. Well, that's debatable, of course. So Gresham says, all I care about is 2 men stepping in that ring. What 2 men? Well, we don't get that. He says everything starts with him, and it's a comeback, and this time, it's personal. I thought he was going to say, everything starts and ends with you. A little In This Moment reference there, Gresham. Speaking of In This Moment, they're finishing off their tour, and it's the 10-year anniversary of the great album Black Widow, and they're going to be performing some songs on this last leg of the tour. in your whatever city, in your local city. So if you're seeing In This Moment, go see them because they're going to be performing Sick Like Me. They're going to be performing Black Widow, Big Bad Wolf, and I think one more. And Sex Metal Barbie. So, got that. So, as long as they haven't played in a while, so they're actually playing them for the 10-year anniversary. And then pretty much I think they're going to be done. There's a possibility. There's a big possibility they're going to be, when they're done with a Christmas break, they're going to be maybe writing up the new album because, I believe God Mode came out in 2023 and pretty much they're almost on 2 years touring with this thing. So they're going to finish the God Mode tour, part 2, and then we'll see what happens as we go into January and February of 2025. Maybe a new album, but we'll see what happens with that. Maria put up a thing on Instagram. By the way, thank you, Maria, for commenting on my Instagram comment on that little video you made. So I am going to be tooting my own horn because actual real people comment on my shit on Instagram. So Maria being one of them because she's my middle sister. So be fucking jealous. Because she won't do it to you because you're a bunch of fart knockers that listen to Bieber. And Bieber fucking sucks. Where is he now? Who fucking cares? Oh, he sold more records than In This Moment. Big fucking whoop. What's he done lately? You know what In This Moment has been doing lately? Selling out shows every fucking night. And everything like that. Oh, they never influenced anybody. They're not better than the Strokes. Well, fuck the Strokes, first of all. Great band, but I don't particularly like them. They're like, oh, all these other bands, got influenced by the Strokes. So a lot of bands have been influenced by In This Moment. I just want to point that out. But a lot of people have been, influenced by the lyrics and saved by the lyrics of Maria Branks. Me being one of them. So, you say, if all the people like on this fucking website say, oh, In This Moment's garbage. Well, that's your opinion, and your opinion sucks. And yeah, I might be a little balding on the top. I don't give a shit. Yeah, my hair's getting a little bit short. You noticed it, right? But in any case, I still look good. I got a shade, and I look damn fucking good. But I digress. But in any case, if you don't like In This Moment, I don't really care. I don't really care. You can like Metallica. You can like, you can like whatever band you want. I like In This Moment. So what? I like In This Moment. Don't hate on the fucking band because they don't sell enough records like Bieber does or any other band does. Big deal. Music is music. Like sex is sex, you know what I mean? But still, you can't debate me about In This Moment because I'll just annihilate you. But it is what it is, and I don't need to debate half you people because half you people aren't worthy. Because you just yap, and just monotonous, boring fucking bullshit. So I'm like, why do I have to debate people that don't know anything about wrestling or know much about music? So I'm like, what's the point? Why am I going to waste my time? But anyway, move on. Alright, so we'll see what happens with Jonathan Gresham's comeback, and now it's personal, whatever that means. So I guess he's pissed. I don't know. But we move on, and that's pretty much it. Alright, then we get a beautiful vignette of Mike Santana, who says he's going to show a different NYC. Like, what's so different about NYC, dude? You're from Brooklyn, really. Anyway, moving on. He says, welcome to the Lower East Side, the LES, of the streets that, he was born on. He says, I learned firsthand that the life of the streets will lead you down two paths, jail or death. That's fucking true. It's not fun to be living in New York. As you know, I've been living here all my life, but eventually I'm going to get out of this goddamn state soon, but we'll see. So anyway, he says, I searched the streets for love and stability, and there's a lot I'm not proud of, meaning drugs and all the other shit he's been doing. You can't take the streets out of the man, and if Moose doesn't know that, well, he's gonna find out. Because Moose will be taking on Mike Santana at Bound for Glory. So we'll see what happens with that. Pretty good promo, 3 out of 5 stars. Moving on. Whoops, I went ahead of my notes. That's okay. Alright, then we go to Ash by Elegance. Dana Brooke. With her personal concierge, George the Iceman. No relation to my good friend, my good friend, the Iceman, Jeffrey Rose, but that's a story for a long time. Anyway, so George the Iceman says this is a night of transformation, and they're going to present their masterpiece. Ooh. They were talking about Heather Reckless, so, excuse me. So he says, we have turned Heather Reckless into a sparkling diamond, shine bright like a diamond. Wait, Rihanna now? Come on now. So he tells people, introduce beauty personified, Heather by Elegance. Oh, God. So anyway, she comes out, and the fans start chanting, basic white girl! Basic white girl! Oh my God, these fans are fucking marks. Not as great as the ever so great Golden Snack Cakes at Manhattan Mayhem 3. We were chanting that to Austin Aries when he's like, these are not Twinkies, these are Golden Snack Cakes, which are harder to chant. Right. You found out that? You found out wrong there, Austin Aries. You bastard. No wonder Delirious whipped your ass that night. Blah, 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 pizza, beach. Well, Delirious, you found your Princess Peach, and you basically impregnated Mandy the Young. Lucky son of a bitch. Brooklyn born, Brooklyn bred, and Brooklyn dead. She'll die in Brooklyn dead. Mr. Holy shit. Ms. Mandy the Young. One hot piece of Brooklyn ice. God damn you, Delirious. Should've been my chick. That's another story for another time. Anyway, so the fans chant basic white girl to Heather Reckless. And then George the Iceman shows her a mirror. Heather's like, ooh, I look good. So they celebrate with a little champagne. And then the area so hot, Zaya Brookside comes out and says, this is a fabulous launch party. Says, this is almost as fake as you two. Wow. And says they humiliated Brinley Reese last week. Because Brinley made her debut last week and lost, obviously. So Zaya says Karma has a funny way of catching up to them. And guess who comes out? Brinley Reese comes out, drop kicks them from behind, and then Zaya and Brinley throw their faces into a bowl of fruit punch. Was it spiked? Don't know. And then they celebrate together, and Dana Brooke starts screaming like a little bitch. Ah, you fucking into my party! Oh well, guess what? I bet you nothing we're gonna get a tag team match out of this. Zaya Brookside and Brinley Reese teaming up because they know each other from their days in, well, not so much their days in NXT, but they have a little connection with NXT. Since Zaya was from NXT UK and a little bit of NXT regular 2.0. Brinley's been in NXT right now, not doing so good lately. Hanging out with Sol Ruker and Carmen Petrovic. And, Carmen and Brinley have had a little bit of success as a tag team. But we get that. Alright, so I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. Speaking of Jonathan Gresham, going back to Jonathan Gresham, he's in match number 2 against Josh Alexander. Ooh, this was good. This was a great match. It's also with Gresham going for a German suplex. Josh hangs on, and then Gresham hits not one, not two, not even three, but 4 suicide dives on the Josh Alexander, followed by a moonsault. Excuse me. Gresham hits a Gilmore Kata! Bang! On the outside, on, I don't know, some guy named Icarus. I think it meant Josh Alexander. I don't know. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. And they get back in the ring. Gresham continues the beat down, kicks Josh's arm, locks in the octopus stretch. And then Travis Williams, I think he's a friend of Josh Alexander's, distracts the referee. And then Gresham has a moonsault onto Josh and takes out Travis Williams. So he's basically doing it all in this match. You know, but there's a little bit of a botch. He slipped from the top rope, and then he looks for a powerbomb, but Gresham reverses that. Josh Alexander looked for a powerbomb. Gresham reverses that into a pinfall for a near fall. Then Gresham gets in a head scissors into a near fall as well. He goes for an insecurity, but Josh reverses that into an ankle lock, which Gresham obviously reversed. And then Josh pulls out something from his headgear. That's interesting. Then he just, bam, right in the head of Gresham. Then he hits a C4 spike. 1, 2, 3. I didn't like the ending so much with the chicanery, but still a good match nonetheless. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Josh Alexander gets the win. And, that's it. He's going on to Bound for Glory. I forget who's facing it, Bound for Glory. I think Steve Macklin. But, move on. Anyway, after the match, the Northern Armory, whoever they are, like I said, I didn't watch last week, so I don't know much from last week. The Northern Armory beat down on Gresham, and then Steve Macklin comes out, but the numbers game get the better of Macklin. Josh hits him across the back, ow, with a steel chair, and then ties him against the ropes with zip ties. Can we get something better than zip ties? I mean, we used to use duct tape. Handcuffs are even better, but alright. Security comes out, like that's gonna help. And then Josh kicks Steve Macklin, I think in the gut or the nuts. Macklin's like, hey, do it again! And then Josh gets a steel chair, and then Sami Callihan and Cody Deaner come out, and then the Northern Armory retreat. Alright, I think the Northern Armory is Josh Alexander and the Sinner and the Saint. I believe. Well, I guess from now it's Travis Williams and whoever the other guy is. I could be wrong. But we move on. And that's it. Alright, so we'll see what happens at Bound for Glory tomorrow with Josh Alexander and Steve Macklin. And that's it. Alright, after that, we get another vignette from Mike Santana. This time he talks about the Bronx. Ugh. Yeah, have fun, Yankee fans, tonight. I hope you lose tonight. It's Garrett Cole, I think, against Flaherty. And, yeah, a lot of people own Garrett Cole, meaning Freeman, Betts, Teoscar Hernandez owns Cole. Do have great numbers against him. We'll see. We'll see what happens tonight. I still think Dodgers in 6, but just me. Alright, so Santana talks about the Bronx. He says people in the Bronx had to survive by any means necessary. The abuse and things he says the abuse and the things he's been through, he shouldn't even be here right now. Maybe, maybe not. He says, I decided to stay true to the people who made me who I am. And he says, at Bound for Glory, Moose will have no choice but to go face to face with his fears. And he says he will put Moose to rest. Well, we hope. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so that from, once again, I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, match number 3, we go to the ladies of TNA, the Knockouts division. Wendy Choo-Choo takes on one half of Spitfire, the TNA Knockouts champions. Jody Threat. Decent match, nothing great until the end, of course. Starts out with Jody hitting a belly-to-belly suplex. Wendy sends Jody into the ring post. Ow. On the outside, back in the ring, Wendy hits a headbutt, followed by a kick in the corner for a near fall. Jody Threat goes to the top rope, but Wendy pulls her down, goes for the cover, gets a near fall out of that. Then she sets up Jody in the corner, hits a drop kick for another near fall, so getting this close. And then Wendy locks in a basic 1905 headlock. Jody gets out of that. Then she hits Wendy with forearms, followed by a pump kick, and then double knees onto Wendy on the ropes, followed by a German suplex, and then hits a clothesline for extra measure for a near fall. And then Wendy Choo-Choo comes back with a backslide circa 1921 for a near fall. And then Jody Threat comes back, hits a swanton bomb off the top rope. And then she was looking to put Wendy away, but then we see a pillow thrown in the ring. And who's she throwing in but my girl, the co-founder of the Prophecy, and it's true. It's true, she put her stamp of approval on it. I already proved that many times. My girl, the demon assassin, my demon bride, Rosemary, lurks around the ring after throwing the pillow in the ring, for a distraction. The referee's distracted. And with that, Wendy gets the pin with some type of maneuver with the referee distracted. And Wendy Choo-Choo gets the win over one half of Spitfire. And I don't know where Danny Luna was, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so Wendy Choo-Choo and Rosemary celebrate in the ring. That's it. Match was decent, 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go to a video of the System, meaning Moose, Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, the tag team champions, Alicia Edwards, I believe, and I think he's still in the group, Dirty Dango, or his new name, JDC, whatever his stupid name is. Anyway, Moose says there's a difference between courage and stupidity. Oh, there it is, really? Anyway, so Moose says, I'm from the streets, but Santana is still there while Moose made it out. And then Moose says, I'm going to make Santana trust the System. Well, we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. Alright, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright. Back inside the arena we go to a little quickie match. Match number 4 on your scorecard. We have a 6-man tag team match. We had former tag team champions ABC, Ace Austin, and my good buddy Chris Bay, formerly of, well, I think they're still in the Bullet Club, so too sweet me for the love of God. They team up with the Hardy Boys, Matt Hardy, Get Eat, and Jeff Hardy, dude! Ding, ding, ding. Okay. I'm gonna hurt myself doing that. But anyway, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, the Hardys, they're taking on the System of Eddie Edwards, who else? JDC, Fawn! Well, his former name, Fawn! Dungo! Gonna roll the A's. Fawn! Dungo! Anyway, so he's there with Brian Myers, of course, Alicia Edwards at ringside. Wasn't a great match, per se, but it is what it is. Alright, so Ace Austin hits a side Russian leg sweep on JDC to start, followed by click, click, boom! Somebody loves saliva, and that's Ace Austin. You gotta love it. Anyway, not the same saliva we all know and love with Josie as the lead singer. I don't even know. He's not back, obviously. I don't know what he's doing. Saliva's still around, I think. But they were great when they did the theme for WrestleMania 16. When they performed at WrestleMania 16 at the Hard Rock Cafe. Well, it used to be WWE New York. I was actually there for that. It coincided with a 92.3 K-Rock. They're having the fans come in. If you had like a Metro card, you can get into the fucking thing. I'm like, I'm there. I had a Metro card. I went. I was supposed to go with a couple friends, but they couldn't go, so I went there alone. I went there by myself. I got I didn't get an extra rock burger with extra rock sauce per se, but I did get a drink. But in any case, I had fun and watched Saliva's sound check. And then, stayed around for a little bit. I saw Taz came out. Somebody messed with Taz. Said, "Oh, your hat looks stupid, brother." And then Taz owned the guy. And then while the night was going on, I met Stephanie and Triple H and everything. Stephanie, hi Steph. Triple H, the game. Before he got destroyed by The Undertaker the first time. What are you gonna do? Anyway, so he hits that. So Ace takes out JDC, Eddie Edwards with a drop kick. Matt Hardy hits Twist of Fate on Moose. Jeff Hardy, dude, hits Whisper in the Wind. And then JDC looks for a Falcon Arrow on Jeff Hardy, but gets a Twist of Fate for his trouble. And then JDC comes back, gets hit with the Art of Finesse, then the Fold by ABC and the Hardys, and they get the win and nobody gave a fuck. So I give the match 3 out of 5 stars, but after the match, the System attacks them from behind. Mike Santana comes out from a crowd with a chain, and then goes face to face with Moose. Excuse me. And then Alicia Edwards hits him in the back with a kendo stick. And then Moose takes him down, wraps Santana's chain around his mouth. And then Eddie Edwards hits a backpack stunner on Jeff Hardy. And Brian Myers drops down from the top rope with a steel chair. So the System just wiped them out after the match, basically. And that's pretty much it. Moving on. Alright, after that, we get Santinula, Yo Saramagan! The director of TNA, he comes out, introduces the competitors for the men's and women's world title matches. So he brings out Dolph Ziggler, he brings out Say His Name, and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. So, Joe Hendry comes out. Masha Slamovich, who's going to be taking on Jordan Grace for the Knockouts title. She comes out. Jordan Grace also comes out. So, Santino asks if anyone has anything to say. So, Masha says, 3 years ago, I signed my first contract with TNA. Great contract, by the way. And she says, now I will sign this contract for Bound for Glory, where I will finally beat Jordan Grace, because she hasn't done it before. Anyway, so Jordan says, we both know how this is going to play out. I have, basically nothing has changed. I'm sorry that I'm going to have to beat you again in order for you to freaking understand that. And then Joe Hendry says, this is a 11-year journey to get to this point. He said, 2 years into my career, he saw a champion in Dolph Ziggler. He played a role of a lawyer on TV. Wait a minute, what? He said, back then no one knew his name, and now they not only know my name, they believe in me. Oh, that's right, Joe Hendry was a lawyer on TV back then. I don't even know what show, but who cares? Basically, they believe in Joe, and what they believe is that Bound for Glory, there will be a new face of TNA and a new World Heavyweight Champion. Remains to be seen. So Dolph Ziggler says, well, I need you to focus only on me, because I will be in, yes, because you will be in the ring with the best, and I don't plan on losing that belt. Alright, so all 4 people signed the contracts, and then Frankie Kazarian's music hits, and he comes out, tells everybody to shut up! Because I'm the real star of the show. And he says overrated, saying he competed a full course at the Earl Hebner Referee Academy and obtained a certificate. Wait, he has an academy now? Since when? Anyway, he says, I'm a god, no you're not, and a king, you're not. Then he says the Anthem executives cannot agree more that the referee of the Joe Hendry Dolph Ziggler match should be him. She calls Santino a stooge and says, "A Bound for Glory, Santino is not the law. I am." And then he says, "I pride myself on being a very honest man." Bullshit. And at Bound for Glory, I'm going to call it Fat Dan the Meter Daddy, like Bill Alfonso says. I doubt that. So, Dolph Ziggler's like, "I had enough of this," takes out Kazarian. Jordan Grace then grabs Kazarian, and then Santino pulls out Cobra! Hits the Cobra on Kazarian. This was just like, alright, nostalgia time. Let's bring out Santino. Cobra knocks out Kazarian. They pick up Kazarian, throw him through a table. Damn. And then the champions pose with the belts, and that's it. So, sucks to be you, Frankie Kazarian, once again. Not only are you coming out first in the gauntlet match, now you're probably going to get your ass handed to you in that Dolph Ziggler Joe Hendry match. I don't think he's going to call it down the middle. He's going to like fast counts or really slow counts, and everybody's going to be pissed. And that's it. And that was your main, basically the last thing on TNA, your last segment. That's it. But TNA wasn't bad as it normally is not. So TNA was actually good, as it always is. I should have said. Anyway, 7 out of 10 stars for TNA, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, now we're gonna get to Ring of Horror, if I can. Well, okay, now we're gonna get to it. Alright, let's get the Ring of Honor. Wasn't great, but it is what it is. I don't even know where I'm emanating from, and I don't even give 2 fucks. Alright, so we start off with our first match, the Gates of Agony, Bishop Quan! I know that Quan! And his partner, Toa Leona, taking on the infantry of Carly Bobo and the Captain. Sean Dean, Gates of Agony win that match. Big fucking whoop. I'm not going to go through all of it, because, my head's killing me right now. But anyway, the Gates of Agony get the win. As Bishop Quan got the win, putting Sean Dean down for the count, and the infantry continue to lose. But that includes Trish Adora, too. That sucks. Moving on from that. Alright, match number 2, we go to the ladies. We had Viva Van. Oh, hot not even Filipino, really, but she's Vietnamese. Hasn't won a match in Ring of Honor since debuting May 27, 2022, where she takes on Reina Isis, whoever that is, and Viva Van loses to this chick. Not that I know her, but she got the win with a big guillotine leg drop. Okay. Like I said, I don't know who this Reina Isis is, but she beat Viva Van, and that's pretty much it. Alright, then we go backstage where we have legit Layla Hirsch cutting a promo revealing that she has been recovering from another injury, this time her shoulder. She's going to be coming back, so everyone needs to get ready because she wants gold. Whether it be the Women's TV title or the Ring of Honor Women's title. So we'll see what happens with that when she comes back. Alright, moving on. Alright, match number 3. Rocky Romero essay with the Stockton Kings basketball team mascot, Dunkson. He takes on the resident douchebag, Brandon Cutler. I don't know why this match went as long as it did. Brandon got a few moves in, and then eventually, Rocky Romero essay after Brandon Cutler started yelling at Dunston, which allowed Rocket an opening, hits the flipping DDT, 1, 2, 3, that's it. Big fucking whoop. I told you this show is horrible. The show is horrible. Alright, after that, we go to, a tag team match player. We got the team of Lee J, meaning Lee Johnson and EJ Naduka. They defeated the team of, I hope I'm saying this right, Jaya Jewel, or Jaya Jewel, and Brett Hankins, probably some mid-card, I don't know who these guys are, some Hammonegers. Wasn't really a match. Anyway, it ends with Lee Johnson and EJ Naduka getting the win with some type of maneuver. And, we get that. As, my computer just spontaneously comes with a fucking pop-up. Fucking hate that. Alright, thank you. Alright, so they hit a spine buster neckbreaker combo on what was left of Jaya Jewel. They get the win. It is what it is. And that's that. Alright, then we go in the ring. We have a special celebration for Athena, the forever Ring of Honor Women's Champion. Who basically broke Samoa Joe's record of 684 days. Back in September, she broke that. So, it's now October 25th, so it's like 700, almost 2 years now? Like almost 700 days as champ. I think it's, this saying 684, but whatever. And they've been, Lexi Nair and Billy Starks have been trying to plan this celebration for Athena, who really wanted Ja Rule. Really, Ja Rule, of all people? What's he been lately? Irrelevant, basically. He was good back in the day, you know. You know, with those hit singles, you know, I'm Real, the remix with Jennifer Lopez. And also, I don't know why my hair looks like fucking Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. Anyway, so yeah, Ja Rule had a couple big hits. You know, back in the day, you know, with Jennifer Lopez, and he had that single with Ashanti, when nobody knew who Ashanti was. Baby, I am always there when you call, but I'm always on time. You know, that song. Big hit back in the day. But, not so much these days. I haven't seen him. I mean, he was actually in Scary Movie 3, which I didn't know. I saw it last night. I was like, that Ja Rule? Playing a Secret Service agent? Okay. Anyway. Blah, 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 blah. But, we're not gonna get that. But, so we're gonna get this celebration because work kept getting in the way with matches. Billy Starks tumbling down the Minion rankings. Abaddon stalking Athena with her eyes on the belt. So we get that. So to start off, we get, when she won the title, versus Mercedes Martinez in, that Final Battle 2022. Well, that's coming up real soon. So it's almost 2 years now. And then, obviously, Athena became the winner, started her 684-plus day reign as champ, and, good match that it was. And then we go back to the party and everything. We get a store-bought cake, which you know is gonna end up on somebody's face, as per wrestling lore. Anyway, so Athena comes down, still locked to Lexi Nair for her protection from Abaddon. So they get in the ring. Athena says, I call that pretty... she says, this party is weak. Where's Ja Rule? Where's, the pomp and circumstance? Where is everybody? So, everybody, all the minions that were in the ring, Athena's like, get out! So, Billy Starks and Lexi Nair was still in the ring. And then, so Athena laments about, her accolades, getting the respect that she deserves, even from her own mom, who's supposed to have major surgery, instead of coming to her daughter's celebration. No, that's not nice. Anyway, she claims she was underappreciated, deserved more than that crummy party. This crummy party. She blames Billy Starks for all people for all this, saying she's jealous of her. And then, Athena gets in Billy's face. Billy grabs the mic and says, you know what? I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm done with your bullshit. I'm like, about fucking time. And then, Athena's like, where you going, Billy? Billy, I'm sorry. Come back. Come back! Billy's like, fuck you, bitch. And then Lexi, tries to get the party back on track. Unveils a modified spinner's belt with edge here of the Ring of Honor title with Athena's face on it. And everyone's like, oh, good, look, a spinner belt. Great. So we get that. And then out of nowhere, Abaddon's music hits, but Abaddon doesn't come out the ramp. And Lexi dives out of the ring, but she forgot that she's still attached to Athena, who looks ready to be jumped, but really nothing happens. And then the music starts fading out. And then when Athena tries to pull Lexi Nair back in the ring via the chain, Abaddon appears in the other cuff. Wow. And then Abaddon beats up on, takes down Athena, then grabs the cake, boom, right in the mush. And then she has the cake on her hand, goes, I'm like, ooh, that made me kind of excited. But anyway, so we get that. So Abaddon and Athena still looks like, I don't know when that match is going to be, hopefully soon, because it's October 25th. We're about a month and a half away from Final Battle. I think Billy Starks will win the belt. About fucking time. But, by the way, Abaddon over there, too. So we get that. And that's it. So, that was that. So that's the actually only segment I actually liked. Well, that's it for that. Alright, I gotta take a sip. Let's take a sip break, because I need one. Oh, my throat's killing me. My head's killing me. I'm a mess. It's Friday. It's Friday, Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Something, something for the weekend. Alright, so we got all that. Alright, we also saw Brian Cage in action against Commander for the TV title. Obviously, Brian Cage won that. Big freaking whoop. And, we get that. Yeah, so anyway, I'll go back to Abaddon for a second. She hits the Black Dahlia, then smashes the cake in Athena's face. Fulfilling the prophecy. Hey! I didn't write that! Oh, actually I did, but, So, and yes, Abaddon is a member of the prophecy. So, I just want to point that out. So is Rosemary. And Wendy Choo Choo has joined, too. So, moving along with other people that are in the prophecy. Oh, why didn't they say anything? Oh, they don't need to. They don't need to. They know the prophecy is real, and they know that you're a bunch of fucktards. We're moving on. Alright, so, yeah, so I mentioned, after that, Brian Cage defends the Ring of Honor TV title in his first defense against Commander with the Hype Man, Alex Abrahantes at ringside. Decent match, but in the end, Cage powerbombs Commander like to death almost, ending the match with a modified F5, and that was it. Commander was done. Cage goes to pin. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So Brian Cage still your Ring of Honor World TV Champ, and that's it. All right, and ends Ring of Horror. Thank God for the night. That's it. All right, Ring of Horror. I gave 6 out of 10 stars. And TNA, I thought it was pretty good. 7 out of 10 stars for their go-home show before Bound for Glory, which I think it looks pretty good. We got Rhino and Bob Ryder going into the TNA Hall of Fame. Should be the Motor City Machine Guns, because it's in Detroit. And speaking of Machine Guns, they're going to be taking on DIY tonight. Tommaso Ciampa, the Psycho Killer, and Johnny Gargano in Brooklyn, by the way. That's going to be a great match tonight. The winner of that faces the Girls of Destiny at Crown Jewel for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. And I believe there's 8 matches at Crown Jewel, because it's a kind of, sort of, major pay-per-view. So 8 matches instead of the normal 5. So get that. Don't forget the Scrum after next Saturday afternoon. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Crown Jewel at 1 p.m. Eastern. So it's going to end probably about 4 o'clock. And then you can watch the Scrum for a little bit. Then have lunch in between. And then get ready for Collision next Saturday night as well. We got that. Collision will be on tomorrow night as well. Like I said, SmackDown is a double taping from Brooklyn, New York. So, all you fans, you get 2 for the price of 1. How fitting for that, huh? Great. Wish I was going to that show. I see Roman twice. Fuck. Well, Roman should be in Brooklyn tonight because they have to, do the whole thing with the Bloodline, with Solo Mibuki and company. Will Jay be on tonight? I think he might. To get a little revenge for what happened on Monday Night Raw when he lost the belt thanks to Solo, Jacob, the Girls of Destiny. So I think he will try to get revenge, and then I think he'll get revenge, and then he'll kind of look at Roman and Jimmy, and we're all like, oh, he's Johnny, he's back, we're back! 3/4 of the original Bloodline are back! Now we just gotta get the Wise Man back. I don't know when that might be. It might be in Philly for NXT, but that's NXT. This is in Philly, of course. We could get it Monday night, because it's in Philly. No, not Monday night. Sorry, take that back. I think... No, this past Monday was in Philly. I forgot where this week is. I don't know. I'm a complete mess right now. So I think we're going to eventually get the Wise Man coming back, probably after or at Crown Jewel. And then they're going to get Sami Zayn to round out the War Games match. So we got that. So we got about a month to go, ladies and gentlemen. Just settle down. Jay will join up with Roman eventually. And then they're like, we need another guy. And then Jimmy's like, I know just the guy. Or Jay might say it. And then he'll talk to Sammy. He says, I hate, Roman used me, as a punching bag, and everything. With Kevin Owens and shit. But Kevin's his heel now. And then I believe, maybe Solo starts beating up Sammy on Raw. Because, he's, they think, oh, you hang out with Jay. You're his boy and all. Jimmy, the handshake thing. You are the honorary Oos. Or Sammy, maybe Roman, says, oh, I got a guy. I got a surprise for you. And it's Sammy, and Solo's like, ha ha ha. He laughs. I don't know. We're going to see what happens in the next couple weeks, but I'm hoping tonight is the night Jay or next week, Jay comes back to the original bloodline and helps out Jimmy and Roman. Even though it's still a 4-3. But we'll see what happens tonight. And that's that. Alright, that is it for that. So, enjoy SmackDown tonight. I might review it tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I'll see, because I don't know what I'm even doing tomorrow. I mean, besides I have a party tomorrow night, but I'm hoping to get at least the SmackDown review and the Bound for Glory predictions up early tomorrow, before I actually go out to my party and everything. Because, yeah, I got Halloween parties coming up, so tomorrow and on Halloween. So, I will not be around on Halloween. So, we move on with that. In any case, so I'll try to get those videos up tomorrow. I'll do, I got a lot to do on Sunday. I got Collision. I might do Bound for Glory, results, a review, I should say. I'm definitely gonna do, NXT Halloween Havoc predictions as far as a review. That will be on Monday, early Monday, probably late Monday afternoon. So get that done. Going into Raw, and then I'll do Raw that night, and hopefully get back to my normal base. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, guys, I'm out of here. I'm gonna watch the, Adam Cole's back on Twitch, so I'm gonna try to watch the end of his stream, and, because he's playing The Witcher 3 right now, so might watch a little bit of that. I'll try to have a little bit of, if I can keep it down, a little bit of lunch, and then maybe come back with your AEW Dynamite review before we get to SmackDown, and then maybe later your SmackDown review, and we'll see what happens with that. But hit the bell for more, and we'll see what happens with that. I think SmackDown's range is going to be very low tonight because of the World Series. So, and Collision's ratings are going to be bad as well, because Game 2 will be on Saturday night in LA. And then next week is just going to be abysmal for wrestling, because, you know, the Yankees and Dodgers are going to play. Game 3 is on, when is Game 3? Game 3 is on Monday, Monday, because they travel on Sunday. So, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, possibly Wednesday, the ratings for NXT, Raw, and Dynamite are going to be very low because of the World Series. Because the World Series is going to get like a 20 rating or something like that. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Once again, 6 out of 10 for Ring of Horror, and 7 out of 10 for TNA. And that's it. Alright, guys. Have a great rest of your afternoon, and until next time, I'm Peter Joseph signing off, and I got 3 words for you if you're not down with that. Here comes the 3 words of doom. Fuck you, man! And that's it. You don't like it? Too fucking bad. Because you're gonna watch it anyway. And that's it. Alright, guys. Until next time. Peace.